Hello, traders. Welcome to this supplementary uh, update on DXY, and I will be touching on Euro USD. This might actually change all the instruments, the perspective we have on them. Now, this is DXY, and we thought we are done with 1 and 2 to the upside here, 1 to the downside, 2 to the upside, as in here. And we have done inside of with 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, and 3, 5. We finished, we like we said, we had finished with 3 here. And this will now be a primary 3. So then the major, sorry, a primary 4 here. Now the major 4 is what probably we believe we have done here. And been also considering this price action here by the bulls, you know, trying to force the price to the upside, and the way price was also forced back to the downside. Now, the thing is that we may have a double correction since we have not even broken primary 4 here. We may have a double correction here. So this may become more complex in the sense that what we had here as an A, B, C could now become a W, and that the movement here, if it does not break the low of this red candle here, which is if it does not break 97.1114 or 9700, we may actually have a double correction to the upside, whereby all that we have done so far with this condition will amount to X, and we now have a Y leg to the upside without breaking 102 or 101,950 or so area without breaking that. So that is still possible. So in going into the week, we need to see what this price action is going to, we need to see this current, you know, candle, how it's going to close this week and the first 2 days of the coming week. So we need to see that. Now let me go into the daily time frame for you to see more, because there is that chance that we might actually go up. So, and you can't be trading blindly. So with this, we need to take this out first, and there's that chance that we might be going up to do a double. An ABC becomes a W, and the whole of this becomes an X. Then we turn up to this area. That is, it looks huge what is possible. This move here, it's the one that is leading, that is telling us is corrective, because it's 3-wave, 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-wave move, so it's not a change of trend, though we may have a much deeper correction to the upside without breaking this area here. So we must entertain that. So we need to see what is playing out here, because also this move to the downside is not staying impulsive to tell me that we want to do a wave 5. Counting it, this is, I can't count with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Talk less of now trying to do a 2. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, so we must be wary. The 4-hour time frame. If we go to the 4-hour time frame to count swing now, because what do we know about corrective wave? We can do 3, 7, 11 swing. So after 11 swing, then we'll know if we are still, we are done or not. So counting that swing now, this kind of came all the way down without giving us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 format that I can't see clearly. So the first move now, if we are going to see within this, to me, it's like this is, we can even take this one to be 1, but you can say it is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the downside. So 8 to the downside. That's what I can see here now in this kind of a move. Let me show us again. After this low, this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if it's going to be 7 swing, it means that this should be completed here and this will go more down without. So if this is the end of the correction, which is 7 here, then this should be going down. So we don't have any business. But these things need to speak more clearly to us here, which means that this must not break a particular level and go more down and violate 76 retracement to the downside. So that is what I can. So otherwise, if the price should come up again to break this area, price coming to break to take 98,450 means that then the price is going up to break this top. That's the meaning. Because we might now be having like 11 swing. So, in other words, this been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will not be 8. Probably we'll have 9, 10, and 11 to the upside before we come down. So that might be a sharp wave to the upside. So it's either we'll see an impulsive wave to the upside that will break here. Once it breaks here, then it's going to go all the way up and probably another one correction, go back up to break before we come down. So that is possible, but we need to see what is going to happen in the midday to the downside here. So if I zoom, so taking this out completely tells us that that will not be possible. Or if we correct and we don't break this area, it means that. So I think we have to be very careful. So we shouldn't load additional position in this area. So, but guide with stop loss being around this area. If the price wants to probably, we put stop loss temporarily around this area, watch what is going to happen here. If this one is going to progress and break this bottom. So if that happens, then price is going to continue to the downside. Now, looking at euro dollar. Looking at euro dollar, the same thing applies if we count the correction. The same, because we might see these, the fourth wave can still come to this area. You can see, so the area of 11200 is still a possible place that the price can give us a double correction. So such that this WXY or ABC becomes a W, this becomes a X without breaking this top here. It becomes an X and the price will come to the downside with an extension of 100 or 127 to the downside. Taking this as a W, X, 100 extension or 100. So it's possible. And if that is going to happen, so we're talking of about 400 to 500 pips to the downside. So you don't want to. So the best thing now is that if you are in a buy here for all those shallow, for all those picks that we pick around this area, your stop loss must be around 116, 318 or 320 area. That's where the stop loss must be now. And if price wants to go up, it's going to go up from there without coming to the downside. So we need to see what this is going to do. You don't want to hold positions here, and price will come and break low. So when it breaks low, it's going to go down. So we need to see what is going to come next week. But it looks so much as if this momentum might be shifting back to the downside. That's what I'm saying. It might be shifting. This might just be an X. So counting the internal structure here after hitting this area. So this will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if this seventh swing has finished this correction, it should be going up. But if you cannot break up and we see a sharp reaction to the downside, then this will not be 8. Not to continue, but to continue with the correction. So 8, then we might turn down. 9, 10, 11, then we go up. So we need to see what is going to give us. What would change the whole thing here is if this one continues to break and take more than 76.4 or 5 to the upside. But if we see a sharp reaction, a sharp move, which is an impulsive move to the downside that breaks this bottom here, then the price will go all the way to take out all of this to the downside. So we must entertain that scenario. But we are almost there. We just need to see what happens between here and here. Just 17,808 or 900 is a key area that might change all of that. In case that happens, then we now take the whole of this as a 3-way format that is going to end this move. It might just be a 3-way that will end this move. So we need to pay attention. So if we go on the daily, if that happens, if dollar gains, I think let me try and see out the weekly. So if dollar gains to push below here, then we are coming all the way down. So which means this place is still a point to break. This area is a point to break, which can still make a double correction to the downside. Now, if that happens, then pound USD also, we had always thought that pound USD may also still have a double to the downside. Yes, we initially didn't want to break here. Price had almost cut the same area. So if price should push to the upside, yeah, fine. But if the price begins to fall from here, we might now see a double correction that will take this more deeper to the downside, which is not impossible. An A, B, C of W, an X, and a Y. It's still possible, but we need to see what, because this week are suggestive of liquidity to the downside. And if that happens, then the price may be going to break this bottom and give us an 100 extension. So it's still possible. And if that is the case, if the dollar will gain and becomes impulsive next week, then that will change a whole lot of things for us, which means also that the NZD USD might be breaking down again. So might be breaking down again. So this may just have been an A, B, and this may be dragging down to break down once again. So we are yet to see that momentum. So it is still possible that we have a breakdown, more to the downside before we go up. And if that is the case also, yen dollar or dollar yen also dollar yen might also go up. I think there was one video that I did. Dollar yen might then continue to go up. I did a video to tell us, yeah, that was a special video that I did on dollar yen. So dollar yen might still see more upside before coming to the downside. So we need to pay attention to what is going to happen this week. So your buying Euro USD, you have to trail. If we are picking from the shallow, you're in the middle of the consolidation there, we must now guide with stop loss. I think that's all I have to say. Trade with care. Bye.